Hello, students, parents, and families. I am Dr. Scaines, the very proud principal of Morgan Park High School. School starts on Monday, August 30th, 2021. We know that there are so many questions that families have with the return of school. I'm going to use this video to try to get some of those questions answered for you. Again, school starts on Monday, August 30th, 2021. For those of you all who are returning to Morgan Park High School, some of you all may be asking, did you cut your hair? Yes, I cut off all of my hair, so don't be shocked when you see me on Monday morning. So I will try to go through some of the most frequently asked questions. We know that the question that most families have right now is how are we working to address COVID-19 safety guidelines? And so I will share some of what we have in place to keep our students and our staff safe. Number one, we will very strictly enforce mask wearing. Students will be expected to wear masks at all times except when they are in the cafeteria eating lunch. Students will not be permitted to wear face coverings that cover up the top of their forehead, their nose, and their mouth. So students can wear gaiters or they can wear face masks with the strings behind them. Again, face masks will be required for all students and all staff at all times except when they are eating lunch. When they are eating lunch, we will practice social distancing. We will not allow students to be in groups gathered up, talking, having conversations with their masks down. And during lunchtime, we will have students separated in a way that some of our students will be able to go outside under the portico. Some of our students will be able to stay in the cafeteria. Because we will allow some of our students to be seated outside, so not walking around, not roving around under the portico, but seated just the same way that we expect in the lunchroom. Parents, you will not be able to visit the school between 9:30 and 1:30. We know that this can be a slight inconvenience. However, we want to make sure that we are keeping our students safe. So again, some of our students will be in the cafeteria, some will be outside under the portico as long as the weather permits. And then some of our students will actually also eat lunch in a cafeteria. While they are in any of these locations, we will require social distancing measures of at least 3 feet. Students will also be eligible for COVID-19 test. And so if you are consenting to allow your child to receive a COVID-19 test, we will need you to do a consent form. So you are receiving this video via email, but you can also click on the email message, and you can also look on our website, and within the communication, there's a link to complete the consent form. So again, even if your child has been vaccinated, they will be able to get COVID-19 testing. Other questions that we know our families are having with the return to school. What time does school start? School starts promptly at 7:35. That means that students should be in their seats, in their class at 7:35, ready to learn. We encourage all families to have students at school no later than 7:15 a.m. What time does school dismiss? School dismisses promptly at 2:45. For our students in the academic center, school dismisses at 2:35. When will students receive their schedule? So we know that for so many of our families who came out on Thursday and enjoyed our back to school festival, you may have received your schedule then. However, students will receive their official schedule on Monday, August 30th when they return to school. Students will be able to enter under the portico that's in between the black gates, and we will have tables set up by grade level. Students must pick up their schedule even if they received it at the back to school fest. The schedule that they receive on Monday is the schedule that they will need to enter class for the entire week. So we ask the students keep up with the schedule. We know that it's available in Aspen. We know that you may have received it on Thursday, but the schedule that we give on Monday morning is the schedule that teachers will ask students for when they enter the classroom. How will students know where to go, especially if they are a new student to Morgan Park? So that's our freshman students, our seventh grade students, some of our 10th grade students, our transfer students. You may be asking, where should I go or where can I go? And so we will be on our regular bell schedule. Students will report to their first period class first. So again, students will report to their first period class first. We will have staff in the hall. We will have our student ambassadors in the hall, and they will help students who don't quite know where to go. Our classrooms are also clearly labeled with the class number. Now, we will be the first to admit that the number system at Morgan Park is a little bit tricky. And so we will have staff available and student ambassadors available to make sure that students get to class and get to class on time. When will students get their lockers? Students will be issued lockers during the second week of school. We will also issue IDs on the second week of school. So our students that have not taken pictures, they will take the pictures during the first week of school, and then we will have the IDs available for students on the second week of school. What school supplies will I need? So students will need the basic school supplies, paper, notebook, pens, pencils, but we do ask that they not bring too many school supplies to school during the first week because they won't have lockers until the second week. And we also ask that all students make sure that they have a book bag so that they can take their learning materials home. And so again, not too much during the first week, but generally just the basic list of school supplies. Now, a couple of other major questions. What if I did not register my child for school? This answer is a little bit different depending on what group that you fit into. So for our returning students, that's our 10th through our 12th grade students and our 8th grade students. So again, 8th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Parents, if you have not registered your child for school, we do need all families to register. So we ask that you register for school if you haven't completed it on Tuesday or Wednesday between 3:30 and 4:30. We do not do any type of registration during the school day. So again, we don't do any registration during the school day. For our students who are in 9th grade who have not registered for school, 9th grade families, if you are already enrolled in Morgan Park High School and you have not registered, you will not have a schedule available. So we want to make sure that you are ready to go on the first day of school. You will be able to come and complete your registration on Monday at 8 o'clock a.m. So again, if we have any freshmen and your family has not completed the registration, this is for students who are already enrolled, it will be between 8 and 10 o'clock. Right now, Morgan, all of our seats are full, so we are not accepting transfer students. For students who live inside of our attendance boundaries, if they need to enroll in school, then you can also come Monday between 8 and 10. So again, we're not accepting out of boundary transfers, and we want to make sure that all of our families are registered. 10th through 12th and 8th grade, after school on Tuesday and Wednesday. 9th grade students who have not registered, Monday morning at 8 o'clock. We know that this has been a long process, and from the bottom of our hearts, we want to tell you all thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for really being just so patient with us and making sure that we have updated all of our student records. And so we want you all to know that even though it was, for some of our families, it was a long process, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you all for being so patient and so kind to us during that process. What happens if a student does not attend school on the first day? If a student does not attend school on the very first day of school, they will be automatically dropped, and then they will need to re-enroll. If a student needs to re-enroll, then a parent will need to come back and re-enroll with them. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen. So let's make sure that all of our already enrolled students are here on the first day of school ready to go. What if I didn't return my Chromebook? Please bring back all Chromebooks and all musical instruments on Monday, August 30th. Now, what if I am nervous about returning to school? That might be our parents, that might be our students, our grandparents, our aunts, our uncles, everybody. We know that there are a lot of feelings associated with the return to school. We want you all to know that we understand that you may be nervous. You may be nervous because of COVID. You may be nervous because your child is entering an academic center or they're entering high school for the first time. But just know that we are committed to supporting your families, to helping your families, and most importantly, to loving your families. So we know that you will be nervous, but know that we're here to take care of you all and to support you. If you have any questions that have not been answered in the written communication or in this video, we are just an email away. So you can email us at mphsadmin, admin, at cps.edu. Once again, mphsadmin at cps.edu. Once again, school starts on Monday, August 30th, 2021, promptly at 7:35. Be here at 7:15 to get your schedules, and we cannot wait to see you on Monday morning. Happy back to school.